My child, if these were my final words to you, would you slow down and truly listen? Would you silence the noise around you, the distractions, the endless scrolling, the constant voices pulling at your attention? Or would you let this moment pass like so many others? I am speaking to you now with intention, not by accident, not by coincidence. You did not find this message randomly. I have drawn you here because there is something I need you to hear in the deepest part of your heart. These could be my final words to you in this season of your life. Not because I am leaving you. I never leave. But because there are moments when truth must be spoken with eternal weight. There are words that must settle into your spirit as if nothing else will be said after them. And this is one of those moments. Do not treat it lightly. Do not rush through it. What I am about to tell you carries the kind of clarity that changes everything. You have been walking through days that feel uncertain. You have been carrying questions you have not voiced out loud. You have wondered if I still see you the same way. You have wondered if you missed something, if you failed somewhere, if you disappointed me in ways you cannot undo. And because you have not heard me in the way you expected, you began to fill the silence with your own fears. Listen to me carefully now. If this were the last time you heard my voice like this, I would not speak about your mistakes. I would not list your failures. I would not remind you of your weaknesses. I would speak about who you are to me. I would make sure you understood what has never changed. I would tell you the truth that the enemy has tried to blur in your mind. There is something you have misunderstood for far too long. You have measured my love by your performance. You have measured your future by your current struggle. You have measured your worth by what has not yet happened. And I need to correct that before you take another step forward. So lean in closer, my child. Do not skip this. Do not assume you already know what I am going to say. There is a layer of truth you have not fully grasped yet. And once you see it, once you truly receive it, the fear that has been quietly shaping your thoughts will begin to lose its power. These words matter, not because they are dramatic, but because they are decisive. What you understand in this moment will shape how you walk into tomorrow. And I refuse to let you walk into your future carrying lies about my heart toward you. My child, I know what you have been carrying, even the things you have not spoken to anyone. I have seen the way you smile in front of others while your heart feels tired behind closed doors. I have watched you lie awake at night, replaying conversations, questioning decisions, wondering if you are still on the right path. You try to be strong. You tell yourself to push through. But deep down, there is a quiet exhaustion that words cannot fully explain. You have asked questions you were almost afraid to direct toward me. You have wondered if I am disappointed in you. You have questioned whether you missed your moment, whether you delayed your own blessing, whether you somehow stepped outside of my perfect will. There were times you felt far from me, and instead of running toward me, you pulled back in shame. You thought distance would protect you from further disappointment. You thought silence meant I was stepping away, but I was closer than you realized. I saw the tears you wiped away quickly so no one would notice. I heard the prayers you whispered that felt small and uncertain. I felt the heaviness in your chest when you compared your life to others and thought you were falling behind. You have been harder on yourself than I have ever been. You have carried guilt that I never placed on you. You have assumed rejection where there was only my quiet work unfolding. You feel tired because you have been trying to hold everything together on your own. You feel confused because the timeline you imagined has not matched what you are living. You feel unseen because the progress you hoped for has not yet appeared. And in those moments, you started to question your value. You wondered if you were still chosen. You wondered if I still had something meaningful prepared for you. Listen to me carefully. I have never withdrawn my love from you. Not for a single moment. Not in your doubt. Not in your delay. Not in your weakness. You are not barely tolerated in my presence. You are deeply desired. You are not an afterthought in my plan. You are intentionally woven into it. Even when you felt lost, you were still held. Even when you felt unsure, you were still guided. Even when you felt spiritually dry, I was still sustaining you in ways you could not see. My silence was not abandonment. It was patience. My delay was not rejection. It was careful preparation. You are more seen than you know, more loved than you feel, and more secure than your fears would ever admit. My child, now I need to lift the veil from your eyes. You have believed things about me that I never said. You have built conclusions in the silence that were never written by my hand. And because you believed them, you have walked with unnecessary weight on your shoulders. You thought my silence meant distance. But silence was not separation. It was cultivation. When a seed is buried in the soil, it feels hidden and forgotten, yet it is in the most important stage of growth. You assumed that because you could not see movement, nothing was happening. But I was working beneath the surface, strengthening roots you will soon depend on. You believe a delay meant denial. When doors did not open, when answers did not come, when the breakthrough did not arrive on your timeline, you quietly told yourself it was over. You wondered if I had changed my mind about you. But I do not change my mind like humans do. I see the full road ahead. I know which door would have crushed you and which path would have drained you. What you called delay was my protection. What you called close was my mercy. You also mistook struggle for punishment. When things became difficult, you searched your memory for what you must have done wrong. You tried to trace every hardship back to a failure. But not every storm is correction. Some storms are construction. Pressure is not always discipline. Sometimes it is strengthening. I was building endurance in you, shaping discernment in you, teaching you to stand without constant reassurance. Listen carefully. My love for you has never been fragile. It does not rise when you succeed and fall when you stumble. It is steady. It is anchored in who I am, not in what you do. You have been measuring yourself by outcomes, by speed, by visible progress. I measure you by your heart, by your willingness to keep going, by your quiet faith when no one applauds. You feared that you had fallen behind in life. But in my design, there is no wasted season. There is no forgotten year. Even the moments you regret have been woven into something that will serve your growth. I redeem what you think disqualifies you. I use what you thought ruined you. So release the false narrative. I am not disappointed in you. I am developing you. I am not distant from you. I am guiding you. And I am not finished shaping the story that I began in your life. My child, lift your head now. I have corrected what needed correction, and now I want to restore your strength. You have walked long enough with doubt whispering behind you. It is time for you to stand with confidence again. You are not behind in life. You are not late. You are not standing outside of my will, trying to knock your way back in. You are exactly where growth has been taking place. I know you feel tired. I know you sometimes look at others and wonder why their path seems clearer, faster, more celebrated. But you are not walking their road. I designed yours with intention. What I am building in you requires depth, not speed. Depth cannot be rushed. Strength cannot be microwaved. The kind of stability I am forming in you will carry weight in the future, and I refuse to let you collapse under blessings you prayed for. You thought the quiet seasons meant stagnation, but roots grow in hidden places. You thought the waiting meant you were overlooked, but I was aligning details you could not yet see. Every delay has been purposeful. Every closed door has redirected you toward something more fitting. I have been guarding your future even when you question my care. Hear me clearly. What feels delayed is not denied. What feels paused is not canceled. The promise I planted in your heart did not expire because time passed. My timing is not careless. It is precise. There are conversations being arranged, connections being prepared, opportunities being shaped that will meet you at the right moment. And when they come, you will realize that the waiting was not punishment. It was positioning. You are still chosen. You are still called. You are still covered by my hand. I have not loosened my grip on your life. Even in the moments you felt like slipping, I was holding you steady. Even when your faith felt thin, my faithfulness remained full. Do not let temporary feelings define permanent truth. Your current emotion is not your final outcome. The story is not over. There is strength rising in you again. Even now as you listen, I am renewing your courage. I am restoring your clarity. I am rebuilding your trust step by step. Walk forward knowing this. I go before you. I stand behind you. I surround you. And what I have spoken over your life will come to pass in the way that protects you, matures you, and blesses you beyond what you imagined. My child, now that you have heard my heart, this is your moment to respond. If these were my final words to you in this season, I would ask you to stop running from my presence and start resting in it. Lay down the fear you have been rehearsing in your mind. Release the regret you have been carrying like a permanent label. Surrender the need to understand everything before you trust me. Choose faith, not because you see the full picture, but because you know my character. Take a breath right now. Feel that. That is peace returning. I am not rushing you. I am inviting you. Step back into confidence. Pray again. Hope again. Dream again. Do not let disappointment make you smaller. Do not let delay silence your prayers. If you receive this word, let it settle deep. Let it anchor you when emotions try to shift. And if you know someone who feels forgotten or exhausted, share this message with them. Let it be light in their darkness. If this spoke to you, like this video as your quiet agreement. Subscribe and stay close, because I am still speaking. And in the comments write, I trust you not for me to see, but for your own heart to declare. And now, my child, as this message carries the weight of these could be my final words to you, hear this next part carefully. If these words have touched your heart, imagine the souls still waiting in darkness for a single spark of hope. Every message on this channel is a seed. Every video is light sent into someone's midnight. When you give through PayPal, you are not supporting a platform. You are helping me reach a weary heart. I told you that when you sow, you will reap, pressed down and overflowing, and I speak that promise over you now. When you release your seed, I release provision, peace, and covering over your life. I'm stirring generosity in you for a reason. Do not ignore that nudge. This is your moment to partner with heaven. The PayPal link in the description and the QR code on your screen are not just tools. They are doors for impact. As you give, you water the harvest of souls you may never meet, but I see them. I bless the hands that obey quickly and joyfully. Step into this with faith. Sow your seed through PayPal now, and be part of the river that carries my word to the ends of the earth. Rest now, my child. I am with you. Always.